What is up everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today we're taking a look at SUI, and SUI is slightly underperforming the market right now. However, I'm going to go through in this video why I don't think that's an issue. Just before we jump into that though, we have two trades currently running. We have HBAR, or XRP I should say initially, which is currently up over 30% for us, which is really good. And we also have this HBAR trade running, which is currently up over 20% for us. We also have a few more trades on Solana from this support area all the way up to here, which is currently up roughly 10% for us unleveraged. Again, all these gains are unleveraged, and we also have a VET position currently up roughly 10% also unleveraged. All these positions are currently levered. They are derivatives positions, so we have got leverage on them. I'm just giving you the unleveraged gains currently. Now, if you missed any of those trades, then what I recommend you to do is check out the Discord down below, because we're sending out trades every single day just like those into the Discord, and we have a 90% win rate, so you don't want to be missing any of those. Now let's get into SUI. So again, in the previous videos of SUI, we were talking about how strong this coin has been during really the entirety of 2024. It started 2024 off really strong, as did a lot of coins. It then obviously spiraled back down during the bear market phase before rallying all the way from 50 cents to $4.70, which is really good. So yeah, it's one of the strongest and best performing coins of recently, at least, and it sort of moves in these legs. So we can see here we have an initial leg. If we zoom out, there's even more legs, but let's just go with these legs. So we have an initial leg up, and then we have a small consolidation phase here, another major leg up, and then another small consolidation phase, another leg up, and then another consolidation phase. It's usually how these coins move, especially when they're really strong. And the reason for that is not really that people are necessarily distributing SUI and these coins at these levels, but it's more so to do with how the market is replying. So Bitcoin, for example, obviously doesn't really move in these legs. Bitcoin moves in more of these accumulation and distribution zones. So if I show you, for example, here we had a distribution zone where for the better part of I don't know, like 7 months, we were essentially just trending down, people were selling, and then we got a very quick flip. People at the lows started accumulating. We got a major catalyst, and that pumped up this accumulation phase. And that's the way Bitcoin usually moves. Very slow movement until we get a catalyst, and then it spikes. Whereas coins like SUI, where there's a really strong community behind it, and obviously it's not got as much liquidity as Bitcoin, where there's literally a buyer for every seller. Obviously SUI does have that, but not at the scale of Bitcoin. It's slightly easier to move in these sort of scenarios where we can just move up, and these legs down are essentially just caused from a market crash, if you will. And these sort of crashes haven't been that severe on SUI, which shows us that the coin is still very strong, which is really good for us entering positions. Now, we have got an unleveraged position currently on SUI with an initial entry from this level right here, $4.60, and another one from $4.27, which again I've spoken completely free about on YouTube. In my previous SUI videos, we talked about first accumulation zone, second accumulation zone, so you can go and check those out. And yeah, again, these videos are completely free, so you can be copying along a few of my trades for free. And if you want more, then you can just check out the Discord and join up. So what are we really targeting for SUI? Well, if we do manage to find some sort of leverage position on a lower time frame, the way I usually like to do it is, again, find a higher time frame narrative. The narrative is clearly bullish here, so I'm looking for longs. Then I go into a lower time frame and find a long to actually obtain. So here, for example, we have a massive fair value gap. So what I might do is I'll just move that away, find 50% of the fair value gap. If I remove all of these, boom, so we have 50% of the fair value gap. What I might do is try and find an initial entry of 50% and then 100% fill. And what else we have is right here an order block created. So there's 3 potential entries you could try and take here on SUI on a 1 hour time frame, all from the higher time frame narrative. Then obviously we enter the position and then we ride out. So that's something that I'd be looking for. Now, price targets, again, short term, you can easily target 20% here at the highs, go even higher up at 45%. Now we're entering price discovery, and even higher at 70% at $7.77. But for the spot position, we're really going to be holding this for, we want at least a 3x, I would say, on SUI here. So like $15 and plus is something that we'd be most interested in. Now, the way I like to compare SUI is to sort of Solana Polkadot in 2021, where if I zoom out here and go into the weekly chart, you can see the way it was moving. Now again, Solana started at, you know, what was this, $1, moved up, came to $60, and again this was constantly trending up. Like it was performing really well, and then we came back down to roughly $22 and then saw another massive spike up all the way to $260. So maybe obviously we're not going to reach, you know, $260 on SUI, but I definitely do see it performing quite well, and definitely at least, you know, 15, 20, maybe even 40, $50, something like that is definitely something that's obtainable. Now, some key constraints are going to be Bitcoin and Bitcoin dominance. Right now, Bitcoin dominance is dumping. It's down 2% today, and as long as it maintains this sort of crash where we can actually break below this low right here and start to move into this downtrend, then altcoins are going to be performing really well. Dog with Hat, another coin which is performing good today, actually up 12%. But yeah, as long as Bitcoin dominance is able to continue moving down, then altcoins will really start to thrive. Again, Bitcoin, you know, we're very close to the inauguration, only 5 days away, and that's going to be a huge day. Again, we talked about how Bitcoin was manipulated here to sort of clear out a lot of buys and long positions so that market makers and whales could enter those long positions and then obviously ride the profits out after the inauguration. And that strategy clearly worked really well. There was enough liquidity for them to enter, and now we're seeing the repercussions of that, where we're just pumping up. Ethereum, again, this sort of controls Bitcoin dominance, you know, with how money flows into Bitcoin versus Ethereum and altcoins. Ethereum starting to act well as well. We're looking at trades from this support area, which again we talked about in previous videos, but we didn't enter any as you know, we didn't really see the I suppose the reward as high as the other trades that we were looking at. However, still a good position. I think we dollar cost averaged in on spot. So yeah, everything is performing really well right now. So yeah, that's what I have for SUI. Again, you know, if you want to draw on some trend lines and stuff, you can do so. Like we have a sort of this descending pennant, if you will, or even, you know, a bull flag if we draw something on like this. So yeah, I mean, I don't really like drawing on trend lines, but if that's something that helps you, then you can do so. But I like to sort of use my charts more horizontally like this, and that's what I currently have for SUI. Now, other coins to keep an eye out for this week are going to be coins like Polkadot again, Solana performing really well, coins like Fetch, Render also performing quite well. Not the best yet, but I think this is going to start to spike up really soon. SUI, again, we are making the video on SUI. It's going to be definitely one to watch, especially because it's so close to the all-time high. It's going to be really interesting to see how it performs next week after the inauguration. XRP, HBAR, and Doge as well. Definitely ones to keep an eye out for. Now, if you did enjoy the video, please make sure to like and subscribe. If you want to be getting trades sent to you every single day, check out the Discord down below. If you need a place to buy, sell, or trade any sort of cryptocurrency for the lowest fees, then check out all the exchanges working with down below. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye, guys.